So today's the 22nd of September 2024, Sunday today, end of the week. But yeah, it's been a really good week, and yeah, just wanted to share something really that happened yesterday. So I went out yesterday with a couple of friends, and we ended up going to a local pub, and there were some guys in there that I went to primary school with, and they were 3 years 3 years older than me. Yeah, so I'm 21, they're 24. And anyway, one came over because he recognised me from the gym, and he come over, and he was like, and obviously from primary school as well. When he come over, we started chatting with my other mate, and then he was saying like, oh, he sees me in the gym doing like the weighted stuff like this. Like finds it really cool and stuff. Anyway, we got talking. Then we got to the point of what do you do for work? Now, I'm always skeptical of telling people what I do for work because I'm worried that people will like get funny about it. You know, like at my age, at 21, to be doing this, I know it's rare, and I appreciate for some people as well. Like from their point of views, it's not a nice thing to hear. Let's say they've gone through a hard time or they've had a bad run of jobs or whatever. To hear someone 3 years younger is like got their own business and that, like it just, yeah, some people just don't like it. So I'm always skeptical. So anyway, when he was going around and everyone was saying what they're doing, I sort of shut off and went to the toilet to try and get out of it. Came back, the conversation moved on. I thought, oh, thank fuck I'm out of this. And I couldn't get out of it. And I ended up having to, well, not having to, but I said what I do. And funnily enough, it was interesting. The guy had knew what SMA was and had actually tried it in the past. And he was 24. And so he tried it 6 years ago, and he got started and he never stuck to it. Anyway, long story short, we got speaking, and I was talking with this guy. And again, never even spoke with him in primary school. Like he used to train in the gym with someone I know, so I said hello to him a few times. But this was the first time I'd ever had a conversation with him. And then he was just sort of saying like he pulled me to the side one on one. I was like, oh God, what's going to happen here? And he was like, look, mate, seriously, like I genuinely really respect you and what you've done. Like that's so difficult, and I regret not taking action so much and all of this stuff. And I was like to him, mate, you're only 24. Why don't you get started? Why are you not doing it? And anyway, I won't get into what he said, but essentially what I'm trying to show you here is that don't regret not doing something. Don't turn around in 3, 4, 5, 6 years time like this guy and go, fuck me, what am I doing with my life? Now this guy he was a smart guy. He spoke well, he was clued up, he was asking really good questions. I was like, okay, he actually looked into this properly. He just didn't stick to it. And this is why I've said before, like businesses, 80% mental, 20% strategy. The strategy everyone can learn. It's out there. It's on the internet. You go on YouTube, you can find a million guys telling you the same thing of how it works. The bit that's difficult is your mind and the mental side and getting that in check. And I remember for me a big thing when I started this whole journey, even before I found SMMA, was like I don't want to regret anything. I don't want to turn around in 5, 10 years time and go, what a waste of those years. And now, obviously, for everybody, what that looks like is going to be different. Some people would find it regretful if they just worked for the whole time and would rather travel and rather do all these things. But other people like me, I would find I'd be in regret if all I did was get on the piss all the time. I feel like I'd wasted my time because I would have felt like I wouldn't have moved forward in my life personally. Um, so, so the lesson here is that wherever you're at, no matter how hard it is, no matter how shit things are going, just take a moment to think about future you and take a moment to think about, am I going to regret this? If you're thinking of giving up, just ask yourself, am I going to regret this? And again, you've probably seen the quote a million times, like the cost of regret is bigger than the cost of discipline. And it's true, like the if you, I couldn't imagine that feeling of turning around in 10 years and feeling like, what the fuck have I done? I've wasted my life. Or 20 years or 30 years. And like you said, it's all about delaying that short-term gratification to get that long-term success in the bank. And yeah, I guess yesterday was in a way I felt sad for the guy because I could see he was regretful. But again, he's still young, he's still 24, he can still make change. But also for me, it was nice because it was like, you're doing the right thing, stick to it, don't give up. It's just like a little like confirmation, like you're doing the right thing. So yeah, I think if you're really going to take anything from this video, is no matter what's going on in your life, no matter how shit things are, no matter how good things are, whatever the situation is, whenever you're making a big decision, or if you're deciding to stop doing a business model, if you're deciding to stop pursuing your career, or you're going to decide to stop doing whatever it is, really just take a moment, step back and ask yourself, will me in 10 years regret this? Now, this guy that I'm talking about here, if he'd stayed at it from 6 years ago to now, oh no, sorry, not 16, he must have been 18, but if he stuck at it for the 6 years that he knew it, he would be a millionaire by now, and that's a fucking fact. He's a smart guy, he was switched on. 6 years of doing that, you would be laughing, like, yeah, and it's just a shame. And again, it made me, in a weird sort of way, but it made me proud of past me, that I didn't give in to those thoughts, and I didn't let, no matter what was going on in my life, I didn't let that slow me down or hold me back. So no matter how hard it is, no matter how shit it is, just make sure you don't regret whatever decision you're about to make, because that's not something you can turn around. And for him, that time's gone. Yep, he's still young. Yep, he's still got time to turn it around, but he could be living his biggest dream at now if he just didn't stop. So yeah, interesting one, and just came out of the blue, but yeah, just yeah, don't regret anything. So that's the one thing I'd say take from this video.